Hey guys, Dr. J, Jason Lipoff, your Team Beachbody Coach. Today I am going to talk about, can a guy be successful as a Team Beachbody Coach? There's this myth that it's a lot harder for guys to succeed in this business, and I don't really know whether that's true or not, but I'm here to really tell you what are 3 things that are necessary for a guy to be a successful Team Beachbody Coach. There's a lot of other things, but these are 3 main things, more specifically geared towards how to get over your whole male persona. Okay, there's a lot of other things to be successful, but these are 3 things, kind of male-female related, I guess, so to speak. So the first thing is, I had asked a bunch of, I've always been friends with a lot of women, and I'm also friends with a lot of female Beachbody coaches. Most of my challengers are women. Most of my coaches are women, and the men are also very open. They're in touch with themselves. They have no problem opening up to me, and I have no problem opening up to them. And so when I asked the women, I said, what is it maybe about me that lets them know, that, it gives them the feeling that they would want to be friends with me. And, I got some really good feedback, everything from trustworthy, caring, I'm not afraid to laugh at myself, not a meathead, a lot. Let's see what else. I think honest, I already said. Really just being me. I think just being open. If you're going to ask me what makes me want to be friends with, I just want to be friends with everybody. I think it is just interesting. You only get today once, and so you might as well, every single person that I meet, the parents of my patients, or people down the street, or people in a grocery store, I'm over people judging me. Why? Because you only get one life to live. Before you know it, you're old and you're dead. And I think that's what being a Beachbody Coach is. It's about not necessarily getting in touch with the emotional side, but learning that there's more to life than all these ridiculous preconceived notions that our parents, grandparents, and everything came up with. And the idea is to basically combat all those negative feelings, negative thoughts, and negative notions before you crash. And unfortunately, a lot of people end up crashing and then realizing it. But what we hope to do is as Beachbody coaches, is to try and get people back on track before they hit that crash. So for a guy, we're just not really, as historically speaking, as emotional. We're more macho. We don't want people to see our weaknesses, because weaknesses are seen as not attractive, and we don't feel like women will feel like we're attractive if we expose our weaknesses, which I think, like you women know, that's not true. They want funny, they want caring, they want honesty. When I post pictures of my little patients that I see every day, where I help restore their health, I mean, people like to see that. They want to see honesty, and I think that that's important. The first thing is get over yourself, and that's exactly what I was just talking about. Get over the machoism. Get over, how the fact that you need to be tough, and you feel like that you need to be the most powerful person, and that your life is according to this one blueprint that maybe your dad or everybody else in your community. So it just wouldn't make sense that you would get into something like this. People they think Beachbody coaching, a lot of men, a lot of my friends, they think that I'm a fitness coach. They think that I'm a health coach. And I think, like you guys know, that we help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. So that's very emotional. The only way you can be successful as a Beachbody coach is if you become a true listener and you truly care about other people. And the only way that you can learn that is by actually developing the skills to communicate with other people openly, and not caring what they think, not caring if they hang up the phone on you, not caring if someone basically says screw off when you say hello to them. Analyzing your emotions, that's like a very emotional thing. A lot of guys, they don't even want to worry about that. They got to work, they got to be a power figure. They got to do something that's predictable, which is lift weights, get stronger. Where emotions means that someone else comes into the mix, and so then they might expose themselves and be more vulnerable. And again, got to get over yourself. So I think once you do that, then boom, then your credibility rises and you start to learn about yourself. How do you get over yourself? Personal development. That comes from reading 15, 20 minutes a day. It comes from journaling, even privately. You don't even tell anybody you're doing it. listening to stuff in the car, just slowly realizing that, hey, you're not perfect. And there's probably somebody else. There's probably dozens, hundreds, thousands just like you. Second thing, introduce yourself to your emotional side. Just like I was saying before, that in this business, our business is basically helping inspire people and changing their lives. First you help yourself, and then you help others. Well, you really can't do that unless you are in touch with your emotional side. You have to have a true vested interest in other people. And you can't just go helping other people. You need to help yourself first, and then you can help other people. So again, you get in touch with the emotional side by having a good relationship with your spouse, with your family. Again, personal development, analyzing relationships. The more people that you meet, the more that you're going to be able to relate to your emotional side. That's important also because instead of being like a fireball responding back to everybody that creates conflict in your life, you're analyzing why are you like that, and you slowly and basically just kind of you aim to pacify the situation. You're not weak because it's not about standing up for yourself. It's about just taking the higher road and inspiring people. And historically, that's like what women do. And as men, we need to learn to do that. So if you do that, so again, get over yourself, introduce yourself to your emotional side. Number 3, big picture thinker. Why do we do this? I mean, I'm a board certified pediatric dentist, and why am I doing this? Historically, guys are like, well, I can't do this. Like, I've got time to spend. I've got my job. I got to support my family. Well, I think we realize that in this day and age, as people are getting older, retirements are not what they used to be, and I really feel like in the next generation that avenues like this, like network marketing, multi-level marketing, avenues that provide a positive social impact for our next generation. As the baby boomers are dying off, the millennials are coming in, positive social impact network marketing companies. That is what is going to just skyrocket. Funny enough, one of my fellow coaches, Barbie Decker, she just posted something on Forbes from Forbes.com, which is exactly what I was talking about. This is providing the future for not only yourself, your children, your family. Women, they see that. They see that it's, I don't know whether it's their emotions, but they're big picture thinkers. They can think outside of the box much easier. And women and men, it's like they can't trust that because all the other men around them, they're in these macho positions, and it's hard for them to actually really give themselves into completely the business. And I think that's really important. And you've got to, again, with getting over yourself, you have to take direction from a woman. Some people have problems with that. And not only that, this is a women-driven business because it's an emotion-driven business. And it really doesn't have to be, but that's, I think, just what's, how it's kind of evolved. If you notice the men that are top coaches, like for instance last year, Scotty Hobbs, is huge into personal development, but he's a very honest, trustworthy person. And I think that's the key, is there's a niche for everybody. There's millions and millions and millions of people in this world, and you can find 1, 2, dozens, thousands of people that are just like you, and it can be men, it can be women, it doesn't make a difference. If you want to help people, you meet people every single day, and as a man, you can explode. Now, the secret sauce is what I have right here. It's this chemistry with Brooke. That's my other half, and she's also a Beachbody coach. I think that it's a phenomenal idea to have your spouse in this with you, because it's something that, as a man, is that you really start to understand how do women, how do they work? We don't know. And so it's by working with it, not only to bring our relationship together, it makes us grow together in personal development. I'm learning more and more about women, and I think she's learning more and more about men, and what works and what doesn't work, and what makes us satisfied and fulfilled. So it helps when you have a spouse that you work well together, that doesn't complete you, but that amplifies you, and that makes you better. So 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, 1 + 1 equals 3, 4, 5, and it's total synergy. So I think that really that's the key as a guy coach. I mean, I don't consider myself a guy. I just consider myself a Beachbody coach. That, I mean, I'm going all the way to the top, and I'm taking everybody with me. I want to change lives, and I want to change tons and tons and tons of lives. This is our only help. This is our only hope to be able to really help the generation, create opportunities for children to lead fulfilling lives. And I really feel like this is the way. And on top of it, we're creating financial independence for not only me and you, but really everybody else, and giving